K5, the home team, presents coverage of the Verizon Wireless Volleyball Challenge from the Stan Sheriff Center. The Anteaters of UC Irvine face off against the 6th-ranked Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Leahy along with Chris McLaughlin, and welcome to our coverage of University of Hawaii Volleyball. UC Irvine is the kind of team that Hawaii will meet if they ever transfer back into the Big West. There is a possibility of that, you know, if the football team goes independent and the other sports have to look for another conference to play in. It would be the Big West, and that would contain UC Irvine. Irvine's having their troubles this year. They are 2-4. They lost in 4 games last night to St. Mary's. They are led by Carrie Pestalozzi, who is the daughter of Diane Sebastian, University of Hawaii volleyball player of note, and Tom Pestalozzi, University of Hawaii volleyball player of note. She had 20 kills last night. As for the Wahine, who have come back from their defeat against USC, they took only 57 minutes last night to defeat San Diego State. What about the lineup tonight?
I suspect that Dave Shoji will stay the same. In fact, he will stay the same to start with. But if he gets his game under control and the team is playing confidently and has the game in hand, I think we'll see a lot more players. Let's take a look at tonight's keys to this match. Brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, thrive. Well, we've got a culinary sort of theme tonight. For the Anteaters, they've got to have more pesto. That's more Pestalozzi. That's more Carrie Pestalozzi. They're returning 3-time All-Big West player. Honorable mention, All-American last year. Had 20 kills last night, as you said. And she is a player. She does it all. She passes, she blocks, she digs, and she attacks. And for Hawaii, well, they've got to stir up the pot. And by that I mean they've got to, I think, stir up the lineup, try some different people just for fun and to start. And secondly, I think they got to set more people than Danielson, so that they develop some more diversity in their offense and become less predictable, less one-dimensional.
That's a culinary kind of thing for you, huh?
Yeah.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because next week you'll be in Washington, D.C., and you'll be having your meal served at the White House. We'll talk more about that later. Hawaii against UCI coming up. Let's take a look at the UC Irvine lineup. The outside hitters are Carrie Pestalozzi, Larissa Nordyke, and Julianne Piggott. Middle blockers are Alexandra Hauser and Riley Cropper. Melissa Alvarez is the setter, and Kristen Winkler is the libero. Paula Weishoff is the coach at Irvine. Irvine in this tournament has lost 1 game as they were on the bottom end against St. Mary's, and they are 2-4 on the season. For the University of Hawaii, this is the way the Rainbow Wahine will line up. The 2 outside hitters are Kanani Danielson and Chantil Satele. The defensive specialist is Emily Maeda. The middle blockers are Brittany Hewitt and Emily Hartung. The setter is Danny Mafua, and the libero is Elizabeth Ka'ai-Hui. The coach, of course, is Dave Shoji in his 36th year. 1,022 wins. The first serve when we come back. The series record is sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. Over 62 years of Kama'aina hospitality. Series record, Hawaii leads this series over UC Irvine 25-0. This health report is sponsored by HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii. UC Irvine players, everybody has shown up, and so has Hawaii, ready to play in this match. Anteaters lost in 4 to St. Mary's yesterday. They hit 162. The officials, Dan Hironaka is on the pedestal. He's the up official. Denise Hansen is on the floor. The lines persons are Ryan Sakagawa and Ashley Davidson. Serving will be number 13, Marissa Alvarez. Need tickets to an upcoming UH contest? Visit hawaiiathletics.com. Call 944-BOWS. Serving is Alvarez. Ka'aihui to Mafua. Here's Danielson, goes cross court. That ball is dug up by Winkler. Ball is hit over by Piggott. Mafua, step out. That time. Ball goes back over to Irvine. There's Piggott again, dug up by Ka'aihui. Mafua, Danielson pushes it down the line. Diving dig by Pestalozzi, but the ball came down.
Pretty smart shot by Kanani that time to end the rally. She didn't have a good swing at it. The block was well formed, so she did that deep tip down the line. She's getting very good at that shot.
Serving is Hewitt. Ball is hit over and blocked back. That ball hit over by Nordyke, blocked back by Hartung. Danielson again. That ball dug up by Pestalozzi. Chased down by Alvarez. Hit over in the air by Satelli. And 2 hits called on Hewitt. Irvine tying it at 1. Julianne Piggott will serve. Danielson, Mafua. Down the middle comes Satelli. And that ball goes off Piggott in the back row.
Ooh, love that set from Danny Mafua going to, again, someone else besides Danielson, looking for Chantil Satelli out of the back row. That's as hard as she's hit the ball all year right there. She loved that one. Had a good run up.
Mafua serving into the net. Service error. So Riley Cropper out of Seal Beach, California. She had 4 kills last night, hit .333 in the loss. Gets the ball in. Dug up by Ka'aihui. Mafua. Ball is hit over by Hartung. That's a good save by Alvarez. They go outside, and the ball is hit over by Nordyke, but why? Nordyke, a graduate of Punahou. Number 11.
Grew up in Manoa, right next door to Dave Shoji. Famous for ping pong playing with son Eric. Eric claims never to have lost to her. She claims to have won a few.
Shell Weber is coming into the front row. That's an ace by Danielson. Hawaii leading 4-2.
Nordyke's other claim to fame, best friends with Liz Ka'aihui.
Serving will be Danielson. The ball dug up by Pestalozzi, and that's hit over by Hauser. So a point for Irvine. Nordyke will go back to serve for the Anteaters. You wonder why they're called Anteaters? The students selected it. It wasn't a top-down decision. Outside, it goes to Satelli, and that bounces through the defense and goes out of bounds off of Nordyke.
A little bit like the UC Santa Cruz student vote.
Yeah, the banana slide. Serving is Ka'aihui. Outside it goes. The ball is pushed over by Hauser. Hawaii with the chance here. Weber. Good hit by Weber. Able to nullify the double block and get that ball down. Hawaii leading 6-3 in the first set.
Mafua with a nice emergency bump set that time.
Ka'aihui serving again. Alvarez goes to Pestalozzi, and that ball goes off of Ka'aihui, straight into the net. 6-4, Hawaii leading by 2 here in the first set. Serving will be Pestalozzi. Over the court and down. It is now 6-5.
What a storied career Pestalozzi's had. She's also played, was picked for the U.S. beach team a couple years ago. She's very good outdoors.
Pestalozzi gets it in. The ball dug up by Danielson. Outside it goes 2 of Weber. Ball is hit over by Piggott. That'll be returned. Danielson handling it. Weber again.
Notice the set distribution so far, Jim. Satelli, then Weber, and only Danielson if absolutely necessary.
Satelli to serve. 7 serving 5. Hauser hits it long.
This is one area.
That's a point for Hawaii.
This is one area in which Coach Paula Weishoff wants to see improvement tonight. Fewer self-inflicted wounds, fewer errors like that.
Serving is Satelli. Dug up by Nordyke. Ball is put over by Alvarez and then right back by Hewitt. And back it comes again. So Alvarez will be credited with the kill. Irvine playing much sharper in this first set than they played the whole match.
I would agree. They're getting used to each other. They've been through a lot of lineups in the preseason.
Slam down again twice. Hewitt. First one was handled, second one wasn't. Maeda comes into the game. She comes in for Weber. Hawaii leading 9-6. Maeda serving. Ball is hit over by Cropper. In the air by Alvarez. Nordyke goes cross court. Piggott. That's saved by Satelli. Ball comes over Nordyke, handling that hit by Danielson. Little touch, saved by Satelli. Mafua. Danielson. Well, that ought to make somebody happy. One of the great fans of volleyball. She watches standing up. She gets close to the screen. And that is... and
doesn't she yell too?
She yells too. Shahiko Hecht watching tonight. Shahiko Hecht watching in Makakilo.